Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the ESL Pro League Season 7 APAC region. We're on to our second series of the night for the ANZ matchday number 3. We do have Chiefs up against Legacy, and this is also going to be a lower bracket semi-final. The winner of this will go on to face Tainted Minds for a chance at the last spot for the APAC finals, and this matchup shaping up to be quite a good one, Tim.
Yeah, it should be good, and the loser of this does go home. So there's one last chance here for both Chiefs and Legacy, who've now fallen into this lower bracket position. So against Tainted Minds, I think both these teams are going to have their work cut out for them, but before they've got there, one of them has to best the other. So looking at the bracket, how it's unfolded so far, Tainted Minds grabbing a relatively clean 2-0 over Corvidae there. First map 16-3 on Train, the second on Cage. Corvidae fought back a little bit, but it wasn't enough, going down 11-16. So now Chiefs first Legacy for that final spot, or that final potential for the spot at the APAC finals.
Yeah, and earlier on, we've already had Order as well as Greyhound qualify through the upper bracket. Now we're just trying to find our final team over the next, well, over this night as well as tomorrow night, where Tainted Minds will be up against the winner of this matchup coming up. And these two organizations, I guess a lot of history. In terms of these two lineups, not as much history. Obviously, Legacy, a very prestigious org alongside with the Chiefs Esports Club. This new Legacy lineup, though, it's a bit of a mishmash, a bit of a new with a bit of the old.
It is. It's players who've played together before. There's some old advanced players in here, and then some newer players who haven't been on this sort of level before. So it's some names, of course, that everyone will recognize, or when I say Avant, so Lons and Yellow from Avant, Stat and Blitz of Funky Monkeys fame, then Sin, and then Soju joining them. On the side of Flicks, the core is still there that we've had for a while, but they've got 3 new members in now. Techstar, I suppose, is part of the 3-man core now, but Tux and Mulder are the only players that are there from the 2017 lineup.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was about to make fun of you, Tim,
I was
and
tripping
say
over
that
my own words, don't
you're
worry.
very, like how you described Lons as well as Yellow coming from that Avant lineup. I would have said
they've been on Avant together was the point.
Yeah, they've also been together on Trident.
Yeah.
And arguably Trident was their breakout performance. I mean, for Legacy, actually, it's surprising on how many of these players had a massive breakout performance with a lesser skilled team. I mean, a lot of these new players, actually, not just the players on Legacy at the moment, but Chiefs as well. We can argue Flicks and Texter definitely made a big name of themselves on that dark side of roster, and then on that Atletico roster as well, with Sterling making his way through, I think it was Trash Pandas, wasn't it? If I remember correctly.
Yeah,
that he
I
played
think
for
he
a
was in
very
the
long
Trash
time,
Pandas lineup.
which then moved on to the new Dark Side lineup, which is a bit confusing, obviously, but I'd call it the late 2017 Dark Side lineup before he was picked up by the Chiefs. And similarly for Legacy as well, you've got 2 players from Funky Monkeys. Man, that's a name I haven't heard of ages. With Stat as well as Blitz coming in from Funky Monkeys, Lonsdale and Yellow being in so many different part of lineups together. We can consider, like, you know, Parallax, Trident, Avant. You can count down the line. Now Legacy, another bolster to a already very impressive resume. But it doesn't matter how impressive your lineup is in terms of resumes and how many cool teams you've been part of. What is going to be awesome is that if you qualify for the APAC finals, and this is actually a really, really good matchup. Kind of a bit of a old school with some of the old school players up against a newer talent on both sides, really.
Yeah, especially with some younger players and not so much newer players, but newer to Tier 1 players, I guess, coming through with the young blood of Techstar and Sterling over on Chiefs. The newer players, as just discussed, with some of the Legacy guys. So it's a good matchup, and it's always fun to see. It's not like as, I guess, of an established lineup in terms of the player career lengths, as if you look at something like Tainted Minds or whatever, but it is cool to see that some of these bigger orgs now in our region are taking the chances and developing younger talent, is what I should say.
Yeah, absolutely. And these guys will be playing on the ECA service tonight, which also, if you subscribe to the ECA service, you get that 128 tick pugs, and always a better experience than probably 64 tick. So yeah.
Yeah, get some ranked matchmaking, go have some fun, be the best, rank all the way from, what's their lowest rank? D? E? I don't actually know. I'm too bad to play ECA. I'd be like rank Z. But either way, you can work your way up.
You'd probably fit in rank C, about so.
C for not good.
No, I'm just saying, rank C. That's probably roughly where I'd say that you'd be sitting comfortably, which is reasonable.
It's there.
Like,
I should probably play ECA at some point.
Yeah, so
but, work your way up to where all the good players are, I guess. That's where you want.
Yeah, probably. Back onto this matchup, though, instead of talking about rank S or rank A or et cetera, is that a lot of these players obviously looking to make their way into the APAC finals. For the Chiefs, it'll be kind of a fairy tale in an essence, where you've had a lot of these players leave your roster. You know, Alistair now in order, as well as Inns and Tainted Minds, arguably lineups that have found success. Chiefs, not as much since their IM Sydney performance. And similarly for Legacy, they've been trying desperately to find a good CSGO roster. This is a tale of redemption for both sides right now. And honestly, pretty keen to see how it's going to perform, because both sides really trying to fight for that 4th position inside Oceania. I'd be hesitant to put them in the top 3 just yet. We have to wait for tomorrow night's performance, obviously, before we can make a good argument for either side.
For me, I'd say that Chiefs have become team number 4 in the region, but they haven't cracked top 3 just yet. But it is, for Chiefs, I agree, a big redemption story for them, because if we go back just under 12 months to last IEM, given that IEM this year is just around the corner, so this is just under a year ago, Chiefs were undisputedly the best team in Australia. They were winning online, they were winning offline, they got their way through to IEM, they even won a map against North, international team, at IEM. So undisputedly, unchallenged, the best team in Australia. But now, 3 of those players have changed. Pex has gone to sub, they've swapped out 2 others to go to, as you mentioned, Order and Tainted Minds. So Chiefs, they really want to get back into these upper echelons of Australian Counter-Strike. And they've been working their way there recently. They've had some better results in the last couple of weeks to a month, but still, they're nowhere near that undisputed champion that they were. So they would love to at least get back onto land here and have a chance at Pro League against the rest of our region. Yeah,
like I was saying earlier, it really is kind of like the Andy Murray of 3 years ago. The more that you think about it, it's not saying that Chiefs is a weak lineup, just the top 3. They're like, in terms of Oceanic terms, I think the last time we did see something like this would have been when Team Immunity and Fox Eminor were still around. And even then, it'd be a fantasy to kind of see these teams play out. Obviously, different metas, a lot more newer talent, a lot more players inside the region as well. So a bit of a moot point, really, comparing old legends to some of the newer legends, so to speak. But definitely a matchup that is going to contest for that 4th position at the moment. I still believe Chiefs have the advantage in this compared to Legacy. I think Legacy is still just gelling their way forward.
I'd have to agree. Having a look at the Betway odds, Chiefs are favoured. That's actually pretty similar to what the odds were for map 1 of our first series.
This is not just favoured, this is heavy favourites.
Heavy favourites, but then again, you have to remember that Tainted Minds vs Corvity had almost those exact odds, but then by the final half of the second map, I think the odds were like 1 to 20 or 26 to 1 for Corvity to win. But either way, it will be Chiefs taking the CT side, as this one is Legacy's map pick. After this, we have Train, Chiefs map pick, and Cobble if we do need it as our finalizer. But first, we've got to get through Legacy's pick here on Mirage, where they will start off on the T side.
Yeah, this is a good chance for them to show what they've got. A lot of different things you can do on the attacking side. You can go fast, you can go slow, you can vary it up. I'd say mainly slow, though. Lonsdale has never been one to really call fast strategies. So hopefully he's able to incorporate that and kind of throw Chiefs off guard with some unique things. And on the side of Chiefs, looking forward to... I mean, we can talk about young talent on Chiefs and whatnot, but once again, like, I'm just mainly looking forward to Sterling just having just a blaster of an alt performance. There's not much I can say with the rest of the 4 of them. It's just Sterling seems to be the most inconsistent out of them, and so far has been looking pretty good.
Yeah, his highs are very high, but the other players, like Texas, seems to have a good game no matter what's going on for the rest of his team. But either way, the push comes into A site now for Legacy, going very quick, and Lonsdale opening up with the first headshot, but the CT is answering very, very well. Whack with 2. Texter having a great time on the pistols as usual. Sterling takes down Lonsdale. 3v2. Malta charging in. Will win the duel. Soju's actually dead. Don't worry about that. The Chiefs have won the pistol round.
Yep, so pretty easy from there. I've been seeing a lot more teams actually contest this A-site pistol take, which is kind of a revolution in terms of how A-site Mirage has been played traditionally on the pistol round. Because normally we see, all right, we're going to play retake on it, and we'll get the smoke, we'll have 5 people alive, the Ts will try to take ticket control, but now people are fighting actively for the bomb site, and we can see that the CTs actually having pretty good success actually when fighting it out. So you normally see the 3-person stack. Legacy do have the force by this round. They're going fast up CT connector.
Texter will be waiting here with the FAMAS. And as these players are all blind, he's more than happy to take these kills. Sterling's actually gone down to the Desert Eagle. And here goes Lonsdale again, having a good time with the pistols. Managed to upgrade to that FAMAS as well. Has armor with it, but in the meantime, Tux cleans up Soju. The health is really not there for Lonsdale with that rifle. Blitz goes down. And now Lonsdale being flanked out already. He's heard Tux here, but has to hit a very crispy pistol shot to win it and won't be able to do it. So Chiefs, they do drop 3 guns, but They deny the bomb plant both rounds now, which means Legacy will not be buying here.
Yeah, this is a chance for Chiefs to do some damage with the SMGs as well as the rifles that they have retained over into the next round. They're not going to be upset that they lost too many rifles against a few good shots from CZs and P250s. It's a good adaptation for Legacy to try to make things move fast. Before, I criticized Legacy and having pistol rounds where it seems to be a bit of a throwaway where they go out and they have pistols, they try to duel different angles. This is kind of going back into it, but no one's been listening for Flicks and he's going to have a fun time with an MP9.
Not only did he run up there, but he fired his gun a few times. I don't know how they don't hear that, but it doesn't matter, as it does get closed down by the rest of the rifles for the Chiefs. Nice, easy anti-eco for them. Now, though, Legacy can go onto the buy, get the AKs and the utility out. We'll see what they choose to do here in the very first gun round for them of this game.
Yeah, they have all the smoke grenades, maybe lacking a few Molotovs that you normally see for a mid-site hit. So that's going to be something a little bit more faster either on the A or B bomb site. And already, most of the members making their way into the A bomb site. Yellow cautious of this power push. He's going to fall back and take a very strong angle with the AK-47.
But will it be strong enough? He's been spotted out. Malta has free time getting dinks on him. Yellow does spot it eventually, but the trade goes through. Palace is given up, and the A-main push comes in very quickly. Flicks can't find the first kill, but has the time to fall back and get another. Sterling comes in to help him out, and Legacy have been dismantled here. The connector flank is coming, but will it be fast enough here from Blitz? Soji is getting whittled down by grenades. Blitz has made his way through. No one's looked at him just yet, but these CTs are holding very strong positions. He's been spotted now. Legacy, they know exactly what's going on. Rather, Chiefs know exactly what Legacy are doing, and they will drop them, only losing Malta to that early Palace push.
Yeah, that's a great success. You lose one MP9 and you upgraded Texter's MP9 to an AK-47. This is exactly the start that Chiefs needed. And they're going to be coming off a pretty feel-good moment, actually. We didn't talk too much, but they've just come off a victory at the CGPL LAN this weekend. And that's going to give some confidence. A 3-0, I mean, 2-0 with the upper bracket advantage over ViewSonic Darksided is going to put a lot of confidence, as well as the ability to close out a match where Darksided were coming back and fighting valiantly to try to bring it into a fourth map.
Yeah, I think it was 16-2, 19-17. So it did get close, but she's been doing well at CGPL for a while now, coming on a streak of, I think, 4 lands in a row, something like that in that series. Regardless, though, back online, they do have that little morale boost for them.
I mean, I wouldn't even say online or LAN. Like, considering this victory is really important for Chiefs because you're trying to find identity as a team. You want to be proven that you're the best. And the best way of doing it, honestly, sometimes is that you take out the weaker opponents. You know they're weaker than you. You convince everyone that you're stronger than them, firstly, over a weekend, and then you come into a matchup where there's a rival that you didn't really verse at the weekend, they've been trying to push you recently, and then you just shut them out in convincing style. You go, these guys aren't even rivals. These guys are not even on the same level as us. We're the Chiefs, and we're looking to make a push forward into the top 3.
And they've certainly got the firepower to do it. I've been very impressed with Texter since he was on, pretty much since his first LAN, the first time that we saw him on LAN here at the Zen League Offline Qualifiers, all the way back start of last year, that Darksided lineup, which Flicks was also on, they played very, very well at that LAN, and Texter's been impressing ever since. But since he's joined Chiefs, I think he's really found his stride. He's been strong pretty much every game they've played and never seems to have a poor performance here.
And I still remember the Gritty Bankers lineup.
Oh, my goodness.
The one that qualified.
Watching that was ridiculous. I mean, there was that sync Cache Deagle kill was part of our intro for that for a very long time. For good reason. There's Texter starting off with another headshot as well.
I've
been
been really
already not going well.
I mean, similarly, I've been impressed by how Texter's been growing as a player. Before, you could say that because he's been the sharpest, he can overextend it a little bit, get 2 or 3 kills. But he's been so composed these days. He's been putting himself in positions where he can get 2 or 3 kills, and then he falls back safely. And he plays it perfectly with his teammates. He's always playing in tandem. This is kind of like the experience now starting to show through for Texter, where he's going to be one of the major threats inside the Oceanic region in the upcoming years. The guy is still so young. He's almost like the Woxic of Oceania, effectively.
Yeah, I think he's 16, is he?
He's 16.
16 now, yeah. So incredibly young, very skilled already. So I'm keen to see him continue to grow. But in the meantime, the B-take coming in. Texter will let his teammate know there's a player in mid here. And Sterling's waiting for it with the IWP. In the meantime, Malta, playing next to the van, is waiting for a push. Chiefs still very composed for the situation. 2 players here as the time ticks lower and lower. I'm going to rotate in now, but with 30 seconds, Legacy are very close to just having to hit the go button, hold W and go on in, and Tux has a good angle inside the side here. They're already down and around him. He doesn't check it. Lonsdale comes in behind, but Malta and Texter shutting it down, getting all of the kills they need to. Blitz with the orb, misses a shot. It's a long spray by Malta that does miss. Blitz is still trying for this one, 2v1, but 10 seconds. Really, the CTs can just run off here, or at least one of them can. Blitz is going to go for this. Peeks straight into it. Can get the bomb down now. No, he hasn't started planning it in time. He's off the bomb site. Flix just has to not peek. And he will come out and get the kill as well. No money for Blitz.
Yeah, that's going to be devastating for Legacy's economy as well, because Blitz, with that kind of 5-round loss bonus, if he died before time to save the AWP, you'd still have a great buy for Legacy in terms of the context of the situation. But unfortunately, couldn't find the picks fast enough. Flix does well just to hide, and he goes, I've got so much cash, well, I'll challenge him for it. But already, Chiefs up to a 6-0 start. Tactical pause most likely from Legacy coming out right now. A lot of things to be talking about, though. Two gun rounds now that have been lost convincingly. Like, it hasn't even been close. Like, it was a good shot on Sterling, but it was just, I don't think he had time for a plant. Maybe Blitz was able to get a plant.
Did,
like so
but
many
he wasn't
different
on the bomb site when he tried to.
And this is also down, some of the Legacy players not maybe fragging it just yet. Stats still 0-0-6. One of the stronger aims for Legacy, you never want to be seeing your really sharp players sitting on very, very negative figures. They're going fast out on the B bomb site. Maybe they're suspecting that they can execute on Malta. He's been a little bit weak, and already they're coming fast up. That flash is not good for Malta. It goes nowhere, and Lonsdale just comes straight up and greets him with an AK-47. Tuck's already so low, and the B site just going to be cracked so easily.
Now, Sterling's got an AUG here, trading out the sniper scope for an AUG scope. Still work for him, but misses the cross. Now Legacy have a great chance to work back into this in a 4 versus 3. They can turn this round around, and Malta dropping so easily. Is it going to be a big problem for Chiefs if it continues to happen? Texter, though, how is he getting that kill? Flix answers up with one as well. The AUG for Sterling, not connecting, but it will. And now Yellow up in outs. 1 versus 2 already been spotted, and Sterling with the AUG, not even needing that scope, shuts it down. Defuse will come through easily enough. The AKs will be saved. And Chiefs, you thought they'd lost that one, but still they managed to pull a retake out of nowhere.
No, they had the AUG. It was always assured. I'm kidding. Sterling makes magical work with that AUG. I've never seen an AUG use that efficiently, but Sterling managed to make it work out. He makes the misbuy into a beautiful play. And Legacy, another go at the board. I mean, a couple of worrying signs for Chiefs earlier on in terms of the B bomb site. Hasn't cost them just yet. Legacy have just decided to go back into an A bomb site, hit Blitz at top mid. He's going to smoke up top connector. The rest of the members are going to be coming out of A main right now. Flick's going to be the one trying to hold them off. Here we go.
Push about to come into the A bomb site. Flix playing with fire, but still finds a quick headshot and continuing to challenge with the help of Texter, shutting it down. Stat will get himself a kill here, but already being sprayed at. That said, though, Yellow comes out to help from Palace, pushing through that smoke. 3 versus 3 now. Blitz. He's found the timing here. Sterling is not looking the right way, and that is going to put a large amount of pressure on these two CTs here, especially as the bomb falls back. They've got a crossfire set. Malta is going to find this out and rotate, but Flix can actually drop this bomb. Stat is low. This could be disastrous for Legacy if Stat doesn't hit this, but he will. Flix not checking the corner, and now Malta 1 versus 3.
Not an easy shot to hit for Flix. But just the form that he's been in, you kind of expected him to be able to do so. Yellow's going to lose the duel very early on. Malta just making sure the connected position's clear, but he's found the low HP. Remember, he's found all 3 just like that. He's dropped the bomb carrier as well as a chance for Legacy to win the round. Malta, while criticizing him for being a little bit weak in the B bomb site, maybe he just needs to come to A instead, because that was a stellar performance. As now Chiefs 8-0.
Legacy, you got to convert these. That's 2 in a row you thought they had a good chance in, but to be fair, it's been individual efforts from Chiefs both times. Malta that round, Sterling on the AUG in the previous retake doing a lot of the work, so still unfortunate for the boys in green that they can't convert these. And now down 0 and 8, as you say. They're onto the pistols and armor.
Maybe a little bit unfortunate, but at this particular point in time as well, you can't just say that you're unfortunate as Sterling. Well, that was dangerous for him as well. Just Stat landing that on task. I was expecting him to hit more. Flix has been having such a good time on the A bomb site, and that's going to continue. Another triple kill for Flix. And everyone, I shouldn't say everyone, but when Flix has just been kind of one of the players that I've always just rated over the years. I've just always think he gets so many impact kills. And for a player coming to this Chiefs lineup who brings so much more impact, it's just ridiculous now.
Yeah, that was what was fun about this Flix, well, when I say Flix, the Grinny Bankers Darkside lineup back in the day. Bit over a year ago now. It was Tex to Flix. The other guys on that, they were all very, very sharp aimers. And oh, the push-up mid coming in now. Great work from Blitz. Spots one out while blind. Malta still converts one, but it's traded. Now down into a 3 versus 3. As immediately the Chiefs will start to get aggressive. Tux has taken control of B-Apps completely now. That'll give his teammates the info to stay on the A-bomb site and not move, but they've still got to hit some nice shots to convert this round.
Yes. With this push from Tux, it actually allows the CTs just to hold on to this connector position just a little bit longer. As time ticks away, Tux may be tempted to make a move. Someone's going to have to try to make a play right now on the side of the Chiefs. That's going to be in the hands of Flix holding the stairs position. Sterling's just gone back to mid to make sure no one's at the window boost, but Flix has been smoked out of his preferable position, which is never good as a CT on stairs. It's a very strong position to be playing around. Lonsdale's managed to sneak up into connector as well. And that should be all over and done for as Sterling is completely blinded off. Lonsdale's heard the scope as well. Legacy surely should be able to find their first round.
It's not over yet. The flank's coming in. Sterling dodging that flashbang. If he can make some noise, buy some time for Tux to come in here. Blitz is aiming high, and Tux is going to find the timing on it. There's one in a second. The low HP, Soju not aware of it. Now it's Lonsdale in the 1 versus 2, and Sterling shut him down. Chiefs, again, they can do no wrong. And as for Legacy, nothing is going their way.
I don't understand how that happens, though. Legacy have the numbers advantage. They have some very strong position and contain this jungle AWPer, and you can just play around it accordingly. But Tux just managed to define the timing on Blitz. Not an easy thing to do. Well played from Tux. And then he gets the second kill on the low HP stat as well. But this is a disaster for Legacy, a nightmare scenario. You're down 10-0. You think you're close to taking a few rounds after the back of that mid take. Everything was perfect, 4-on-2, and you still can't win that. You're going to be feeling so down of it as Legacy at this particular point. Now we're seeing, sorry to interrupt, now we're seeing a waterfall out of power, something different out of Legacy. This may be the ticket that actually works, though.
I was about to say Chiefs, on the other hand, feeling pretty great because it seems that they can't lose a round no matter what happens to them. Flix is still doing damage from under Palace. He almost comes away with another 3 there. Can't quite convert the last. Now Soju firing up, but Tux with the trade brings back into a 2v2, and Malta sits on the edge of a smoke and lets Stat run past him. It's Blitz trying to clutch again. Bomb not in his possession. CT is playing passive. Tux has found an AWP and he's locking down the bomb. So difficult. Again, Legacy just can't find the favorable engagements here. There's still a chance for Blitz, but it's not easy.
Definitely not easy, but a person that you want at this position is definitely going to be Blitz. He's always been the star of the team. He's playing around the edge of the smoke almost perfectly. If he finds the timing on 1, he might find the timing on 2, but no, the smoke fades, and Malta will be having a bit of a double take. But my goodness, Chiefs on the road indeed. The road to an absolute and complete stomp at the moment. Another tactical pause coming out from Legacy.
But if you're Legacy at this point, what do you even do? I mean, they're starting off rounds mostly the right way, but then one player overextends B solo through a smoke, gets caught out there. They might, you know, in that previous round, they don't completely limit Sterling out of jungle. He gets like 2 kills and allows that retake to happen from Tux on the flank. It's these little things that are giving away these rounds for Legacy.
Little things, but as well as a lot of these Chiefs members landing their shots as well. They're in great form. Once again, this is the confidence coming forward. You know that you're a championship caliber team and you want to be proving it. You want to be making your way into the APAC finals to show the world what you've got. And at this stage, Legacy just looking a little bit lost. They've had the advantage down to a few seconds sometimes where they lose these advantages, but regardless, that's the story of Counter-Strike. It is a game of seconds, a game of milliseconds, where you're looking away or you're not looking at an angle, and Chiefs have made their opportunity every single time. Advantageous, disadvantageous, doesn't matter. Now, the heartening thing for Legacy, though, is that they've had the advantages in a lot of these rounds. They just haven't been able to convert them. Surely there's got to be one round where the Chiefs slip up, where they give that advantage over to Legacy, and where Legacy are able to capitalize. But this is going to be a buy coming out from Legacy where they're using a lot of Galils instead of AKs.
Yeah, they can't quite afford the upgrade on the AK-47s while still having head armor. Double op out on the T side again. Sterling and Tux on those. I feel like it's worth noting once again that this is Legacy's map pick that they're currently down 11-0. How is Texter tracking him accurately through the flashbang? He must have spotted him jump before he got blinded, but that's incredible form for Texter. Now Malta, isolated on the B-bomb side again, has to come up big and can't get it done. Still though, Texter's going to walk through this smoke and Stat spotted him, but man, that's Texter still winning these fights. I don't know how he's getting away with all of this, but at least he's finally traded, and Blitz there opens it up. Now Sterling in a clutch situation. Could this be the end of this lead, this train that Chiefs have been running? Sterling in with a chance, but no, he's been caught out by Blitz on short, and finally it's a round for Legacy.
Yeah, and Chiefs, I mean, on the side of the B side, I'd start dropping my utility much earlier on. You need to recognize, especially for Malta, that they're starting to bully you out of this B bomb site, and you want to be containing it. Legacy aren't even doing anything special. They're literally just rocking up onto the B bomb site with 4 people. And we're not seeing the trades from Chiefs, which is, in a match where Legacy obviously are underperforming, it's scary to think about as the CT side.
It is, but this round Legacy going to go for the waterfall strat again. See Lonsdale lining up the same smokes to flash clear, or the same nades to flash clear out of Palace. Get his teammates out into the A-bomb side quickly. Flix is completely blind, but he still has the time to recover, but this time he gets overrun. That's better from Legacy, hitting the entries without losing anyone. There's Tux gone as well in mid. The flank working out on the late push, working out from Stat. And this one should be another round going the way of Chiefs. Legacy, all of a sudden, they've turned it around. They look a lot better here.
Yeah, 2 more kills going back in the favor of the Chiefs, but still so many picks that they need to find, and that was a little bit awkward. Both Warpers staring at each other, but eventually Blitz gets the better of Sterling. So Malta's just looking to find some damage, but look at this Chiefs economy. There's actually no money left in it. They're going to have to eco the next one, so Legacy allowed the luxury of a few rounds to kind of come back into this T-half. It's been a bit of a road so far, but it looks like the pitch is starting to roughen up a little bit, and we might see a bit of gameplay out of it.
See, that's the thing for Legacy. That's the one thing that's been going well for them, and that a lot of these rounds they've lost in, you know, Malta getting a 1v3 or Texter or Tux winning a 1v1 or something like that. Or even that 2v4, whatever it was for Sterling and Tux. Every time that they've lost a round and it's been close, it's been the Chiefs losing most of their forces. So they do lose so much of their money. So they will buy, or they'll combine with the save guns here to get a few extra guns out of FAMAS, a shotgun, a CZ, but when you're up 11 rounds, you want to have so much more money than Chiefs did, and that's purely because Legacy kept it competitive, even while going down 0-11.
Texas still looking to fight this with an M4. My goodness, this man is unstoppable, and he's going to get a few more right now. He's still alive somehow. I don't know why. Eventually taken out. Sterling not able to take any more targets down. He spotted 1 cross, he spotted 2 cross, but he's holding his fire, and he's not going to be rewarded for it at the end of the day, because Malta's trying to make a play at the B apps, and comes a little bit too early before the flashbang blooms, because Blitz is able to capitalize with the AWP. So it could have been a good start for the Chiefs if they're able to get a few more shots here and there, but it isn't to be.
Malta is having such a rough game on B. He's played really well on the rotate. On the retake, he's been doing very well, but actually defending the B side, he's had a very rough time. So we'll see if the rest of Chiefs can recover here. Got full mid control.
I don't think they will. Legacy have played this really well after getting the first initial picks. Unless Flix goes huge again. Like, I don't see Flix going huge for all these rounds in a row, but they look away just at the wrong time, and somehow Flix gets 3 again. I don't understand how this happens every single time. Legacy play this perfectly, and then a Chiefs member just finds the perfect timing. Just down to the millisecond that he needs to peek in, and then he gets all his kills. And once again, another round where Legacy have the map control, have the advantage, but they're just a little bit too slow. They're like caterpillars, and Chiefs just run them over like a car.
Oh, Flix is playing so well, though. He's sitting at 19-7, far and away the top frag for his team and the server. Just dismantling Legacy pretty much by himself. That was a 4 versus 1 in that situation, and he manages to find 3 and stay alive. You can't ask for a better round out of any player on your team. So now Legacy, they've managed to force up an AWP onto Blitz, an AK onto Yellow, pistols for everyone else, going for a mid-control take. And straight up fast through connector, but Texter's letting him run by him, and he's going to find 2, looking for more sprays through the smoke. It's a 3K for him. Sterling helps out as well. Blitz going to fall to a headshot, or Yellow even going to fall to a headshot from Flix. The Chiefs powering up on Mirage with a 13-2 half.
Not much even to say in that half. It felt like it just went by like a flash, and like a bang, Chiefs already up 13-2, so it's looking like a very easy road for them so far. Legacy, a few problematic signs, just taking a little bit too much time clearing out the corners, respecting Chiefs a little bit too much. Sometimes you've just got to get a little bit loose. You know that you can definitely outduel these guys. Scoreline doesn't reflect how close some of the rounds were, really.
Yeah, exactly. There was that 1v3. Like, I know I've already mentioned these, but the 1v3 from Malta, the 2 versus 4 from Tux and Sterling. A lot of rounds that really Chiefs should have lost, but a massive individual effort pulls them back. So we'll see what they get on their T side now. If they win this pistol, it's all but done. Legacy have to win a force buy after that. So the pistol, very important for Legacy. But even if they get that, both anti-ecos, we're looking at 13-6 heading into a gun round where Chiefs only need 3 more rounds.
Yeah, they're just going for a fast B site play as well. Lonsdale's been traditionally pretty good. Let's see how he holds up right now on the B bomb site. He's dropped the smoke grenade, but no use this time. He's going to be blinded out. 2 more players, or actually just 1 more on the B bomb site. That's going to be Stat. He started off well. He had a rough T side. 2 kills, at least buys a bit more time for the rotate, especially a player on the flank. That's going to be Blitz coming through B apps.
Blitz going to have to move quickly. Malta already wants to try and take out this guy Market. Get rid of a bit of this pressure, but now the CT is coming at every angle. Yellow's holding for this push, but Malta's too good, and that's going to get rid of the market angle entirely. Short naps now. Blitz has been spotted. Will get dinked out as well. Both players so low. Blitz still finding kills, but gets traded. And now Soju on just under half HP. No time to defuse this. There's no kit for him. He does find a headshot, but he can't win the round. Flick's just going to run away. Nothing at all that Soju can do, and he knows it as well. Jumping around, he'll tap the bomb, but there's no point. Can't win it, and Flex is going to hit the headshot as well. 3K for him on the pistol round. Chiefs 14-2.
Yeah, Flick's having a great game, as per usual.
There goes the odds shifting away.
You'd expect them to shift away after you're in the lead 13-2 for the Chiefs. I mean, they were already favoured beforehand, and just a strong start is showing why they're favoured. They're all just playing so well individually at the moment. Once again, like the only criticism that I can really find out of that the Chiefs CT half was maybe the B side hold was a little bit weak, not respecting aggressive players coming out from Legacy, and the other one was Sterling maybe not having a massive impact on the AWP like we were expecting, but really just small tiny things in the scheme of things. It's not enough really to detract them away, as now Tux just deletes Yellow with a MAC-10. Blitz though similarly responds with a scout.
Soju's trying to play this gap in the smoke with the Deagle. He's spamming straight at the bomb planter, but none of his bullets connect. It's the unfortunate side of spamming with a Deagle. If your first one misses, the others are all based on luck. Stat's going to grab Texter, who does get a bit too aggressive for his own good, but already the rifles are doing the damage. Flick's getting involved. Sterling goes up in the 3v3 with the UMP. Spots another in CT, and at this point, it's just going to be the kills raining in. No, Lonsdale with a Deagle answers back. Still the Chiefs. They just need to chill. They've got it into a 2v1 now as Lonsdale goes down. It's Blitz with a scout looking to find some pretty nasty shots. He's already been pushed out as well. He's going to get tagged, and while he does hit the shot on Malta eventually, he dies. So 15-2.
Yep, match point already. Jeez, this one's been very quick so far. Has this map even existed?
This is more one-sided than Train was between TM and Corv.
Yeah, I mean, Corv, Legacy have had a few rounds with it. Have had a chance, but it just feels like it's just been fast, very fast gameplay, not very methodical map control coming from Legacy. It's just been quick. That's all I can really say at the end of the day. And so coming into the final round, of course, Legacy have to force buy. I say this is the final round because you got to give everything for the Chiefs to close it out at this point in time until Soju lands a ridiculous shot into Tux, trying to find more, won't be able to do so.
Texter hits the returning headshot. Stat now trying to play through the angle of the smoke in window, but won't be able to do it. Will get taken down into a 4v3. Blitz, I was about to say that he's had some good rounds with the scout, but Malta just comes up and deletes him. Nothing at all that they can do, or that he could do about that. So Lonsdale and Yellow now 2v4. Pretty much one on each bomb site. One of them's going to need 3 kills, really, to make this one doable. And it's not looking likely at all. Malta's walking up into Yellow, and he's just spotted him. Yellow gets caught out in the back. Lonsdale won't get anything done. Sterling's holding it, and it's 16-2 for the Chiefs. Barely even slowing down on Mirage.
Yep, that made it look too easy, and that's what sometimes Counter-Strike looks like when all your players just on point. Like, once again, every single player having a cameo. Sterling on the AUG, for example, Tux with that M4, A4 retake, Flick's just being solid overall. But overall, Legacy, not much to talk about. Just strategies all over the place. Sometimes getting success with a lot of the strategies that they are doing, but it's just so difficult because you're getting shut down by these individually dominating players from the Chiefs. So they're just killing you before you can even get into the bomb site.
Yeah.
The advantages that you do have, they're just taken away because Chiefs, every single time, 2-on-4 retake, 2-on-3 retake, too easy.
I think Flicks ended up with somewhere around the realm of 25 kills there. And so many of those rounds on the CT side are just 3Ks on the A-bomb side. Or there he gets a couple flanking ability with an MP9 against pistols. But still, there'll be a few rounds here we'll see as we get into it with Flicks just standing tall on the A-bomb side. Here's one of them, just completely shutting down a push. Gets 2 there before going down, so it's just a 2K, a 3K. He just ruins everyone. This clutch from Malta was very impressive indeed, but it was 7-0 already at this point. Even if he'd lost this, what were Chiefs going to really struggle with? The answer's nothing. All looked too easy.
You could argue with a few of the rounds, say Legacy were able to take the rounds where they had the advantage. We could be seeing a much tighter scoreline because their economy in better shape. They could reset the Chiefs and play around it. But at the end, even we saw Legacy, they managed to reset the Chiefs, but Flicks just finds the perfect timing. 4-on-3, manages to take 3 kills from himself before they can get the A-bomb site. It's all over.
And then Texter not being checked there, just snapping his crosshair around, lines them all up. So it's really, I mean, I think we've said during the game all that we can really say. It was just Legacy got shut out by really just individual aim. They had a decent idea of what to do strategically, as you'd expect, because every team in Australia plays Mirage. No one's going to ban that map. Everyone will play it. So pretty much everyone will have a basic idea of what to do, but you think this team's to ban Mirage? I guess it could be a target ban, but no one's going to have it as like their go-to ban.
Of course not. Like, you'd be comfortable in playing in it, but regardless of how we say everyone knows how to play in it, I think that's a very, very false statement. Mirage is, although it's a very basic map, it's one of the more deeper ones as well. And we can see Legacy, it wasn't a very kind of deep execute that they had. Everything was very simplistic today. And you've really got to be thinking, if it's that simplistic, like, and this is Legacy's map pick, it's not good enough at this particular point in time, and that showed as well. Why it wasn't good enough.
Let me rephrase. It's not that everyone has like it as their best map, but everyone knows the basics, right? Everyone understands fundamentally how Mirage works. It's not like if your opponent picks Mirage on you that you'll be like, oh no, we don't know how to play this map, as opposed to if someone picks a nuke on you, you might be more caught out, right? But either way, that was, as you say, Legacy's map pick, and they showed really not much. So we're heading into Train, which is for the Chiefs. Legacy will need to be better than that.
Yep, Legacy definitely do need to be picking up their game because they have just lost the first map 2-16 against Chiefs. Find out how they do in Train after the break.